let's talk about something that all living organisms must do, whether it's a plant or an animal or even us as human beings. All right, there are 7 life processes, and we will be using the mnemonic Mrs. Green. Okay, so let us break them down. So, so Mrs. Green, as we said, we'll be using before. Uh, is it stands for the 7 characteristics of all living organisms. Once you're alive and well, you should be able to carry out these 7 processes. Now, the M in Mrs. Green stands for movement. All living organisms should be able to carry out movement, whether it's a full change in the position or it is just a part of the organism. So whether whole or parts of an organism, movement, carry out movement. All right. And this is what we mean. So us as human beings, we move. We can move our arm, any part of our body once we are well and fit. But plants also carry out movement. They carry out movement in a way, well, they use parts of the plant body. All right. They turn towards where they can get the most resources. So for example, sun. After a while, when you take a look at the plant, you realize that it actually changes position to receive the greatest amount of light source that it can. All right, good. Now, now the R in Mrs. Green stands for respiration. Okay, stands for respiration. And respiration is the process by which energy is released from food by all living organisms. And we're just going to touch on the basis here, but there are actually 2 types of respiration. You have aerobic respiration that requires oxygen and takes place in most of our cells. All right, anaerobic, it takes place without oxygen. All right, so we have aerobic and we have anaerobic. All right. All right. And that's cellular respiration. So it uses oxygen to release energy. Good. Now, so we're at MRS. So we're at S now. The S in Mrs. Green stands for sensitivity. So what do we consider sensitivity? Also, another term for sensitivity would be irritability. Now, sensitivity is the ability for organisms to detect and respond to changes in their environment with or within themselves. So they are able to detect changes. So for example, when the time is hot, you sweat. When the time is cold, you shiver. You're responding to the environmental changes around you. Good. So we have movement, respiration, sensitivity. Now we're on to G. The G in Mrs. Green stands for growth. All right, and growth is self-explanatory. So it's an increase in size. It's permanent increase in size and complexity of an organism. So we know that can be for us as humans. We are able to grow from toddlers to adults, from babies to adults, right? And then it can also go for cells. Also, cells can increase in size as well. Then we have the R stands for reproduction. Now, in reproduction, it is the process by which organisms generate new individuals of the same kind of as themselves. Okay, and that's understandable because as humans we can create babies, so that's understandable. And you can also look at it for other organisms like bacteria. They can create or multiply into bacteria, more bacteria. All right. So the other one is excretion, and this is just the removal of metabolic waste. Uh, we pass feces and we pass waste that we no longer the body no longer needs. Okay, good. The N now stands for nutrition, or feeding. All right, this is the process by which living organisms obtain or make food. As humans, we have to get food from other uh, sources, so we are known as heterotrophs, while plants they make their own food, so they are known as autotrophs. Okay, so we have covered the 7 characteristics of all living organisms using Mrs. GREN. So as we said before, M stands for movement, R stands for respiration, the S stands for sensitivity, which we are able to detect changes and react to them. The G stands for growth, R stands for reproduction, E stands for excretion, and N stands for nutrition. So that's the end of this video. See you guys in the next one.